Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a little bit random. It's kind of a mishmash of everything. I rearranged my bedroom. I have a couple of perfumes to share with you guys, and I wanted to talk to you about what I'm going to be doing in terms of perfume organization and storage and all of that kind of stuff. So if you guys are looking for just a really chill, drink some coffee with me, spend the morning with me, talk about perfumes with me kind of video, then this one is for you. Mostly I just wanted to chit chat with you guys, so I hope that you really enjoy. If you're also not subscribed yet, definitely head on down and hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bell is turned on so that you don't miss any of my uploads. And without further ado, let's get started. All right, good morning, guys. So as you can see, I'm still sipping on my morning coffee, and I wanted to talk to you about a couple of perfumes that I forgot to mention in my haul the other day, but also I wanted to just kind of show you what I've done with my bedroom here. Obviously it's not completely done because I have a whole bunch of perfumes on the floor in the corner there, but I was just feeling really uninspired, essentially. I'll give you a little pan over here. We're going to avoid the wall up there because my vision board is up there. So we've got the mirror and the closet, and then coming back around this way. Okay, so I was just feeling really uninspired and a little bit overwhelmed because I had my dresser up against that wall and I had a couple of pictures above the dresser, and over there it just felt very dark, and it was also between my bed and the wall, so I felt like every time I was over there I was a little bit claustrophobic. I felt like I was kind of squished between my bed and the dresser. And also I had this shelf over here was against this wall, and it was full of perfumes, like top to bottom, almost just completely full of perfumes, and it didn't look very nice. And I really wanted to organize it a little bit better. And I just felt like a change. I just felt like switching things up and making my room a little bit more cleaner. Not so much stuff around. So I obviously got rid of the pictures that were up on that wall there. They are nowhere to be seen now because now I have my dresser against the window. So I apologize for the lighting because obviously when I go up to the window it makes everything else really dark. But I'm quite enjoying this. I like this, the way this is set up, a lot better compared to before. In the summertime I might have to make a change because the air conditioner will go in the window, but I actually really like how the room is set up right now. Yeah, so I did get rid of a few things. I made a few changes on my dresser. My Umbra jewelry organizer that was here is still here. I really like that. I still have this really cute little crystal tray that holds some of my little roller balls and my mini perfumes. I've got my wonderful cup of coffee. I still have my coffee beans here that were there before. I have my beautiful roses from Rose Forever that were gifted to me by the company. And then I just put this little tray out here. This is actually just a little like acrylic or plastic tray. And I just thought that it was kind of pretty because it looks a little bit like diamondy on the side, looks a little bit diamond-esque. And I just put this vase of peonies that was on my nightstand in the tray. And then I also put my 2 Kayali citrus fragrances out here because I just think they look so pretty as decor, not just for perfumes, but also for decor. And so I put those side by side there, and I just think that they look really pretty sitting with the pink. I think that the yellow and the pink goes really nicely together. So I really like that. And I don't think I'm going to store any other perfumes on my dresser. When I first started getting into perfumes, I always kept them on my dresser. Like historically, they've always been there. And I decided that wasn't a very good idea because I wanted to be able to easily move them into a dark place to protect them from light and heat. So that's when I started putting them on a shelf. So from this side of the room, this looks so much brighter because I'm facing the right direction. So I just put that cute little Chanel canvas up on the wall, or photo, whatever you want to call it, just to kind of do something with that area so it wasn't quite so plain. And in the corner I have my little birch LED light, which I don't know if I'm going to leave it there. I don't think I will. I just didn't really have anywhere else to put it, and I didn't really want it on the dresser. So it actually looks kind of nice lit up at nighttime, but I don't know if I'll leave it there. But for now, that's kind of where it is. Ideally, I would like a plant or something in that corner, or just nothing. I might just leave it completely plain. And then I've got my bed and my beautiful pink rosy throw that's on my bed, and then in the corner I have my nightstand. So I just have a couple of books underneath. I should show you guys the books I'm reading as well. And I just have my light. You guys might have noticed I switched out my salt lamp. I used to have a salt lamp here, and I gave it to my daughter because she loves salt lamps, and she also likes a night light, and I don't know, it just helps her sleep. So I put it in her room, and I took my kind of more traditional light back. And then I have this little candle that I've been burning once in a while. It has like a faux wreath on it. It's super cute. Very nice for the winter. It smells like cupcakes. And then currently I am starting to read, I haven't even actually opened it yet, but I'm starting to read Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is supposed to be a really, really good book. I love reading self-help books. I'm not huge into fiction. I don't like dramas or murder mysteries or love stories or anything like that. I really like books that are either productive or they're helping me change like my perspective or teach me something or help me better my life in some way. So those are the books that I really like to read. And underneath I just have my whole bunch of perfumes. But underneath here I just have my photo album and a couple of other books that I'm reading. Maybe I'll just quickly show you what those are. So the first one is Wayne Dyer, or by Wayne Dyer, and this is Manifest Your Destiny. I haven't read this one before. I really like books that are about law of attraction and manifestation and reaching your goals and your dreams and productivity and all of that kind of stuff. So this one looked like it would be right up my alley. If you guys haven't heard of Wayne Dyer, he has been called the father of motivation. He's incredible. He has actually passed away, but he's one of the best authors. He's my favorite author in the world, followed closely by Eckhart Tolle, Deepak Chopra, Robin Sharma. Those are the type of people that I like to read and follow their teachings. I also got this one. This is called The Anxiety in Relationship Cure, because I am naturally an anxious person, not even just in relationships. I'm anxious in general, you guys. Like, yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't take anything for it. I don't use any medication or anything like that, but I do get very anxious sometimes, and I really find I have to work on my cognitive behavioral therapy and just do a lot of reading and do a lot of like journaling and stuff like that to help me get through anxiety sometimes. So anyway, I thought this one would be really good because obviously anxiety is something that can affect every part of your life, including relationships. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty easy read. I don't know. I thought that might be okay. And I also got this one. I think I shared with you. This is Your Erroneous Zones from Wayne Dyer. I shared this on Instagram. I've actually read half of this book before, and I quit reading it because when I was accepted back into nursing school, when I went back for my degree, I had no time to read anything except nursing books. But this was a really good book. I remember really enjoying it. So now that I've been out of school for a couple of years now, and I have time to focus on other things. So I'm about halfway through this book again, and this is a really good one. And in case anybody is wondering, I don't usually keep books. Once I have gone through them and I've taken what I need from the book, I then pass it on to somebody else so that they can also get what they want from it. So I don't hoard books. I used to hoard books. I used to have tons of them, but I decided there's no point in holding on to books once I'm done with them. So coming over to the fun part, which is what everybody probably wants to see, is the perfume business. So if you guys are not new to my channel, you know that first of all, these are all my perfumes that I actually use. I've certainly had much more than this perfumes. I've decluttered many of them over the last few months. These are kind of like the ones I've decided to keep that I really, really like. And I had them all on this shelf. They were all lined up on the top, as well as those two shelves there were completely full front to back. Then I had the handbags on the bottom two shelves there, and then I just have a couple of bins on the bottom. But I really wanted to display some of my prettier items. I wanted my handbags to look nice. I wanted maybe a candle or two. I wanted just to make it look more presentable. And I didn't think it looked good with the perfumes just taking up all the space on the shelf. To me, that starts to look like a department store or more of a collection versus like my own personal perfume collection. It starts to look like an actual legit, collection, which I don't want. Like I've told you guys before, I am not a perfume collector. I'm a perfume lover, but I definitely want them to look pretty, presentable. I don't want them just like taking up all the room on my shelves because it gets to be too much that way. So I do have this really pretty gold and mirrored tray. And I will probably make use of this one. I might put like a few perfumes on this tray. And then what I have coming is actually, I'll see if I can find a picture, but I have a 3-tiered perfume tray coming, and it's rose gold and white, I think, or maybe rose gold and marble. And I'm gonna set it up, I think, right there. I'm trying to see if I can get better lighting here for you guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna set it up right there, and I'm hoping that I can find a way to display my perfumes and set them up on the shelf so that they actually look prettier and they're not just sitting there taking up so much room. So what I did was I rearranged my room last night. I cleaned off the shelf, I cleaned everything off. I took all the perfumes, put them on the floor, and that's where they are. I'm expecting the shelf to come, or this perfume tray to come, in the next couple of days. And after that, I will go through and actually organize them. But I also thought that this would be a good opportunity for me to really go through them. Like once I actually take them and put them back on the trays, it'll be a good opportunity for me to go through and make sure that I'm holding each one separately by itself. And it gives me a chance to ask myself, do I really like this? Do I really wear this? And are there any that I'm kind of on the fence about that maybe don't need to even make their way onto my trays? You know what I mean? So currently I counted the other night and I have 67 of them here, which is really not that much. I had somebody comment, they said, you don't have a collection, you have a store. And I said, you should have seen how many I had a few months ago, because this is not even half of them. I have probably cycled through about, I'm guessing anywhere between 220 and 275 maybe perfumes-ish that I have purchased and sold, like that I've just blind purchased since COVID started, because I started going a little bit crazy when COVID hit, which I think a lot of us have been doing. But this is kind of all of them that I have. Most of them I really, really like and or love. I don't see very many at all that I want to get rid of. I really love most of them that are here. There's the odd one, like Replica, Whispers in the Library. This one just doesn't have good performance at all, like at all. I love it. It's so pretty, but I've been spraying it just on my pajamas when I'm at home because it doesn't last. So if I want to switch up my perfume in the evening, I can do that. So that's what I've been doing with this one. And I'm like, should I keep doing that? Like, should I keep using it up, or should I just sell it to somebody? I don't know. But I'm kind of at this point just kind of trying to use this one up. What I would really like from Replica is Jazz Club. I love Jazz Club. I just haven't purchased it for myself because it leans a little bit masculine and it reminds me of my boyfriend, but he loves it and I also really like it. So I was like, you know what, maybe that's the staple. Like maybe that's the Replica that I should get. But this one I'm kind of on the fence about. I really like it, but it just doesn't last. Yeah, but other than that, I have a couple of new ones I need to talk to you guys about that we haven't talked about before, so maybe I'll dig those out. And I would also like your input. Let me know how you would display these, and if you have any tips or ideas, because obviously they're not all going to fit on my trays. My goal is to make them fit on the trays once my tray shows up, but they very well could not. I might just have to put some of them away, like in a bin or something. Just, you know, tuck some of them away in a bin and only keep a certain amount out on rotation. That's something I might do. And yeah, I just love watching people's videos when they go through their perfumes and they organize them and they talk about them. I could just sit there and watch people talk about perfumes all day long. So anyways, without further ado, I'm going to grab the 2 perfumes that I didn't discuss the other day in my haul. I have a few more coming, but I think it's going to be at least a few more days before they show up, so we may as well do the 2 that I have here. So okay, so the first fragrance we're going to chat about, you guys, is Glossier You. So I'm sure you guys have heard about Glossier You. It has kind of a really interesting bottle shape. There's like a spot for your thumb there, and I have been wanting to try this one for quite a while. This has been really hyped up on some people's channels. I can't think of any specific person I've seen talking about this lately. I've just kind of seen it pop up here and there. All of the reviews that I hear about this perfume have been pretty positive. A lot of people describe it as being like a perfume that smells like you, but better. So a better version of you, which really intrigued me because sometimes you just want a fragrance that isn't really strong and maybe doesn't even smell like a perfume. Something that just amplifies your scent and makes you smell better, like a better version of yourself. So this only has 3 notes that they have listed, and that is powdery notes, musk, and iris. So essentially just a super powdery, musky fragrance. Honestly, you guys, I have to say I'm not super wowed by this. I was hoping that I would be absolutely in love with it. I was hoping it would be I was hoping for something even a little bit sweeter, even though there's no notes in here that would make it smell sweet. What I really get from this is it almost has that pencil shaving vibe that they talk about with Molecule 01. It almost has a vibe similar to Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume. It doesn't even really smell like a perfume. It smells like quite a synthetic, powdery fragrance. Very light, very soft, very inoffensive. Doesn't have great performance, I would say. Like, I wore this the other day on my skin and on my clothing. I sprayed quite a generous amount of it. And later on, when I changed and showered and I came back and I smelled my sweater, I couldn't really smell it very much. Like, it doesn't have a lot of a presence at all. I asked my boyfriend what he thought about it. He kind of was like, nah, it's okay, like nothing special. I don't know, it's okay. It's not that it's bad, it's nice. I don't know if this is something I would reach for very often. Kind of unremarkable. Took a little while to get here too, because I had to order it from the States, and it was an average price for a perfume, so it wasn't really inexpensive. It wasn't really cheap. I do really like the bottle. I think the bottle is a really cute concept. It's very minimalistic and very powdery looking, and then it just has like a red cap. I just don't know if I love the scent itself. It's very basic. Like, if I was gonna wear something like this, I would probably wear Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume, because that one at least has some more presence. Yeah, so this one's okay. It's not wowing me. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. I probably won't keep it. At this point, I'm still just kind of like interested in it. And I just want to keep playing with it a little bit more. And I have it sprayed on a piece of paper here. And it's nice. Like, it kind of smells like a mixture between pencil shavings and lipstick, sort of. I don't know. It's pleasant. Like, if I was gonna wear this, I would honestly wear this for work. I would wear this to work, where technically I'm not allowed to wear perfumes. I don't know, it could grow on me. It's pleasant, but to be honest, it really does pull pencil shavings on me. Like, it really pulls woody on me, which is weird because there's no woody notes in here at all. That's that one, you guys. I've only ever heard people talk about it being like you, but better. So I hope that this helps put it into perspective. It's kind of like a very mild, light, woody lipstick meets pencil shavings meets nothing, really. kind of a perfume. I don't know. So if you guys have this, I would be really interested to know your thoughts. What do you think about this? Yeah, so that is Glossier You. So the next one I want to talk about, you guys, and I do apologize for the lighting situation. Once I get my shelf set up with my perfume trays, it'll be so much nicer. So we're doing this in front of the window, but I do want to talk about Van Cleef & Arpels Bois Doré. So this is the one that I forgot to mention in my haul the other day, which is really weird because this was my favorite one from the haul and I totally didn't talk about it. If you guys watch my channel, you know that I also have Van Cleef & Arpels Orchidée Vanille, and even though this is only my second purchase from this house, I have to say I am very impressed with this house. I have yet to be disappointed with it. I think the quality is so good, and especially for being a niche brand. For blind buys, these have been just really successful blind buys. So I really, really recommend the house, and I do need to try more from Van Cleef & Arpels. First, I want to take a moment to appreciate the bottle. It's this absolutely gorgeous opaque black. The whole thing is this shiny opaque black, and it has the label on the front, which is so pretty and just so simplistic and minimal, and then it has the little like metal tassel hanging down the front, and this is, I believe, a 75. Yeah, this is a 75 ml, and also the packaging that these come with are beautiful as well. So this scent, you guys, was a love at first sniff, and not just like I really like it at first sniff. This was one of those ones that just made me go, oh my god, like it blew my mind. It was so nice. So let me just quickly tell you what the notes are here. The notes are mineral notes, black pepper, vanilla, almond, tobacco, cedar, tonka bean, teakwood, and musk. And this is marketed toward unisex. I would love to smell this on my boyfriend, but I also would love to wear it for myself. The tobacco in here is a very soft tobacco. It's not a super strong one. Like, I might not even pick it out if I didn't know it was there. It's perfectly balanced, I think, with the almond and with the woody notes, and the tonka bean and the vanilla are really quite strong in this fragrance. And then they've done something really interesting, which they've added that note of so-called mineral notes, which I don't know what a mineral note would smell like on its own. Obviously, it's a synthetic note. It's something that was man-made in a laboratory. But what it does for this fragrance is it gives it a cold vibe. If you could take tobacco and vanilla and tonka bean and woody notes and make them into some sort of a liquid crystal, like obsidian or something shiny and black, some sort of a shiny black crystal, that would be what this smells like. It's smooth, it smells cool. Like if this had a temperature, this would be a cold perfume, even though the notes are warm, even though there's black pepper, which makes it a little bit spicy. The black pepper in here, by the way, very, very subtle. I don't even really get it. It's so well blended. What I really get from this is just those mineral notes, the vanilla, the tonka bean, and just a super, super smooth, subtle tobacco and woody background. This has okay performance. It's not crazy, it's not a beast, but it isn't weak either. So it's gonna project, it's gonna last, but it's not gonna last you until the morning kind of thing. It's beautiful, you guys. This is really, really absolutely stunning. And I do have it on a piece of paper here. Oh, and it's so good. Whatever those mineral notes are, I don't even know. They've made it in a lab somewhere, and it just gives it something. Like those mineral notes, it literally smells metallic. It has a very metallic kind of a feel to it. I don't know if you have ever smelt Tom Ford's Metallique. It kind of has that kind of a vibe. Like it has a very synthetic, metallic sort of a feel to it. But between this one and Metallique, I prefer this one. This one is a little bit more creamy, more natural, more cozy. It's so beautiful, you guys. It's so beautiful. It truly does smell niche. It has a very niche, a true niche quality about it. And that's what I love about niche fragrances, is you really never know what you're gonna get. Niche can go in any direction. They're not mass pleasing. They can be winners, or they can be, you know, they can be hits or they can be misses. And this one for me is totally a hit. And yet at the same time, it smells so not mainstream, so different. It's a very boozy, deep nighttime perfume. It kind of reminds me of Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille in a sense, but it's different. It doesn't smell the same, but it's kind of along the same lines. Where would I wear this? This is the type of fragrance I would wear going out for drinks, a little black dress, nighttime, someplace dimly lit. But you could also make this elegant. I think you could dress this up and make it elegant as well. It's just really intoxicating, you guys, and oh, it's just so good. And I also love the packaging. I just absolutely love the packaging. It looks so pretty. Even sitting with these pink roses, I mean, it just looks gorgeous. So I couldn't be happier with this one. I really want to, like I say, curate my collection and start keeping only the best of the best, only the ones that I absolutely love. And that's a winner for me. So you guys, that is it for today's video and my thoughts on those perfumes. Let me know if you like this kind of vlog-ish casual style video, and I'll try to do more of them in the future. Also, if you haven't already, feel free to head on over and follow me on Instagram, where I share a lot of little tidbits of my life that I don't usually share here on YouTube. And stay tuned for a lot more fragrance reviews, my organization, my new perfume tray. I'm so excited to get this all set up and share it with you guys. And I'll see you guys all next time. Bye for now.